Hi guys, my name's Rochi. If you've watched my intro video that I made last, um, you know that I am trans. I am also a fast food worker. Um, I kind of wanted to make this video just to kind of cover what it's like coming out in the fast food industry, especially if you came out in the middle of it, because a lot of people do, including me. So that's kind of why I wanted to make this video. I just want to make some people aware of, how people are treated when they work fast food and they are trans. Of course, it's not all bad, and there's a lot of good moments. But let's get into it. So, what is fast food? What is working fast food actually like? Well, to start off, you know, you just clock in and then go to your position, and if you're on the line, you're making your food, or if you're in the window, you're of course taking the customer's orders, and pretty simple. Honestly, it's really simple. But being trans working a fast food restaurant is a bit of a struggle. It's not very fun sometimes. I run into a lot of people that are, genuinely kind of cool about it, and I've been gendered correctly in the window a lot, and that makes me very happy. Of course, it's not all rainbows and sunshines, and we're gonna go over that. So basically, my first kind of bad run-in with this whole thing was when I came out. So when I came out, I had already been there for like 6 months, mind you. So everybody kind of already was comfortable with me the way I was. They knew me as a boy. They knew me as, just who I was at that time. Of course, that wasn't really me, and it's very clear to see that now. But when I came out, the few like friends that I had there, they were awesome, super supportive. They were pretty good about not misgendering me. Of course, it still happens sometimes because they were getting used to it. But that's just life, I guess. Um, I did have one coworker though. That coworker was very difficult to work with, to say the least. Um, I actually have a pretty funny story. One day I came into work and I had pretty recently started my transition, and I was like kind of on my way to doing voice training. And of course, they made a lot of comments about my voice, just saying like it was a squeakier version of myself, which honestly at that time it was probably really true. Um, so, whatever, right? I came into work with makeup on. For the first time, I was finally comfortable enough to come into work with makeup on. And the first thing my AGM says to me is that I look like a Kiss band member. For those of you that don't know who Kiss is like a super hardcore, I guess, rock band, and all of their members wear like white face paint, and like they have this black, like, I don't know if it's mascara or if it's paint or what it is, but it's just like all around their eyes and stuff. It looks strange for sure, but they gotta do what they gotta do because like that's their look, I guess. But she called me. What the fuck? Who does that? Who calls somebody a Kiss member? It wrecked my confidence for like 2 weeks, bro. I didn't want to wear makeup anymore because I felt like I was. It's okay though. That it was definitely not the most fun situation, and honestly, this coworker kept giving me issues for months. Of course, it was the whole, oh well, you're not a girl, this and that, blah blah blah. Seriously, isn't there like protections against things like that? Why? She had no reason to be so rude, but she was. I don't understand. She was kind of just crazy, I guess. I don't know. Please, if you're a manager or an AGM or it doesn't matter, whatever you are, if you have people that you are leading, don't be rude to them, for one. And for two, if they are trans, be respectful, please. They are trying. They're not perfect. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. It's not an easy thing. Transitioning is one of those things that's just hard to do, first of all. Like, you're changing your face, like how you look, whether that's wearing makeup or getting piercings or wearing lipstick or, you know, shaving for one. God, ugh. We won't even get into that. That's a whole nother video right there. Just, um, but yeah, that coworker gave me so much trouble for so long. But yeah, that's one of the problems. The other problem is the customers. Eh, you aren't really supposed to correct the customers. Of course, sometimes within reason you can, but most of the time you can't. So if they call you a he or a her, if you're female to male, um, there's nothing you can really say about it. You kind of just have to take it. And if you work in the fast food industry for more than a few weeks, I've been here for 3 years. It gets really tiring and emotionally draining. It hurts. It's not fun. I wish there was a way for, us to enforce this, but we can't, because people are going to interpret how they see people based off of how they look. And if I don't look perfectly female, then, I'm just shit out of luck, I guess. Um, so yeah, it's not very fun. But if you're a customer at a drive-through and you see somebody and they look girly or they sound girly, it's okay to ask. It is okay to ask. You can ask me. I'm not gonna get mad at you. I swear. I'm not gonna throw anything at you. I promise. I would rather you ask me if I'm trans or if I present as a girl than you just straight up calling me a he and assuming, because come on. Just be nice. It's not hard. If you're unsure, just ask questions. But aside from that, I did eventually learn how to deal with it. Um, and basically, the way that I deal with things is, and this may not work for you. Your the way you see things or the way that you feel things is completely subjective to you, and that's completely fine. But these things worked for me. So, if somebody misgenders me or they say something rude or, whatever, anything like that, I will kind of just ignore them, honestly. Because here's the thing, guys, no random stranger can dictate your self worth. No random stranger can dictate how you see yourself. That is the biggest thing. You choose to see yourself how you see yourself. If you see yourself as a girl, then you're a girl. It's that simple. Um, so yeah, just don't let their comments bother you. And if they do bother you, um, you know, ask for like a 5 minute break or something. Go take a minute outside, breathe, hit your nicotine if you need to. Don't smoke. Not good for you. Don't do it. Um, you know, drink an energy drink. I know us trans girls love our energy drinks. Oh my god, I drink like 4 of them a day. I need to stop. Holy crap. Um, just do whatever you can to make yourself feel better. If you need to like pop an earbud in, if your work lets you do that, just pop an earbud in. That's fine. Um, so I think that it can be hard to walk away sometimes, but if you want to keep your job, you kind of have to, unfortunately. I would love to just be like, hey, no, no, I am a girl, and that's that. That's it. But it doesn't always work like that, unfortunately. So you just kind of gotta like just walk away. If you feel like you need to like say, hey, you know I'm actually I'm actually a she or I'm actually a he. whatever gender you are, that can be fine if your bosses allow it. A lot of companies won't because obviously they see the customer's opinions as the ultimate because the customer's always right. Blah, 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 blah. Ugh. I hate corporate companies. I really do. They kind of suck sometimes. But in the end, it's all okay. Um, you can always figure out a way to, help yourself feel better. Um, I really hope that you guys see this and you are able to kind of relate because I know a lot of you probably do work in the fast food industry. I know a lot of you probably struggle and deal with negative comments from people when they're coming through the drive-through or when they're, at the front counter you're taking their order. You know, it can be difficult, but don't forget, they do not dictate. They do not dictate how you see yourself, and they do not dictate your self-worth. So I really hope that you guys can take that away from this. I know, I'm all over the place. This is only my second video, and I'm still trying to figure things out. And I'm going to be very honest with you guys. I don't do scripts. I don't script my videos. I will not script my videos. I refuse to because I want you guys to see me as me and not hear me reading, sounding like a robot from my cell phone. Like, we don't need that. I think this is much more fun, and I feel like you guys will probably enjoy it more if I just kind of ramble like I am now. So yeah, I really hope that you guys are able to take at least, don't let other people dictate your self-worth. Like, that's the main point of this video. Don't let people dictate how you feel about yourself because your opinion is the only one that matters when it comes to how you see yourself. Anyways, I really, really appreciate those of you that have subscribed or are watching. And if you liked the video, I would love it if you could leave a like or even subscribe. And if you want to be aware when I post things, you can always hit the bell icon and you'll get notifications. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I know it's been kind of all over the place, but yeah, working in the fast food restaurant working in the fast food industry it's not that bad. You just gotta kind of ignore the dummies because, yeah. Anyways, you guys have a wonderful day or a night. I will be uploading soon, very soon, more. Oh my God. Goodbye, guys. Thank you so much for watching.